वर्तमान में जारी 500 रुपए और 1000 रुपए के करेंसी नोट कानूनन अमान्य होगी।
These words by the Indian Prime Minister shook the entire nation. The news spread like fire and raised many questions. The biggest of them all, what actually led to this bold decision of demonetization? India is a developing country and requires capital to fuel its economy, and the country's primary source of income is tax. Out of a population of 125 crore, only 1.3 crore pay taxes on their income. That's just 1% of the total population. Compared to emerging economies like China or Brazil, India's tax to GDP ratio is quite low. One of the major reasons behind poor tax collection is the extensive use of cash. 68% of all transactions made in India are in cash, and often no digital records are held of such exchange. People also tend to hide their income by holding it in form of cash, gold, or property. As per a study conducted by Ambit Capital 4 months before the announcement, the Indian government has put in place strict norms which have made it difficult to park unaccounted money in form of gold and property, forcing a spike in demand for cash in the black economy. Demonetization would help bring more transactions under government's radar and put a check on transactions made using illegal or black money. The removal of high denomination notes can be a significant deterrent to cash hoarding. India is a cash-rich economy. Out of total banknotes worth Rs 17.7 lakh crore in circulation, 14.18 lakh crore are in the form of 500 and 1000 rupee notes. That is close to 86% of the total value of cash in India. In an economy so heavily dependent on cash, the problem of counterfeit money is bound to blow out of proportion. In India, 250 out of every 10 lakh notes are fake. At any point in time, banknotes with face value of Rs 400 crore are counterfeit, to which 70 crore are added each year. Around 70% of counterfeit currency is in the form of high denomination notes. The fake currency is smuggled through borders, and a fraction of it is used in terror funding and fueling other anti-India activities. With demonetization and introduction of new notes, the problem of fake currency could be controlled to some extent. It must be acknowledged that not all banknotes that were withdrawn will return to the banks. The fear of being caught will force many dishonest people to destroy wads of illegal old notes. If just 10% of the notes are destroyed, Rs 1.4 lakh crore would be wiped off the economy. That's 1% of India's GDP. But that's not bad news. Most of the destroyed cash would be illegal or black and eventually clean up the system. Demonetization could give the government extra funds which it can choose to spend on infrastructure, manufacturing, jobs, or reducing debts. Moreover, the move will encourage more people to connect with banks and use plastic money for payments, making transactions honest and transparent. Demonetization is a brave step, and just like anything else, it has some loopholes too. Only 6% of total black money is stored inside India. The bigger portion is being kept in foreign banks and tax havens. Also, fake money will eventually find a way back into the system. At present, only 16 out of 250 fake notes are detected, and if counterfeiting is to be curbed, the government needs to put in better efforts in future. People are standing outside banks and ATMs for cash, and the queues aren't getting any shorter. Small businesses and daily wage workers too are facing the brunt of this decision. The sudden implementation may have been a crude decision, but for a nation so obsessed with cash, demonetization, if followed up by more sincere steps, might pave way for a revolution.